Everybody, it's Thursday. It's October 23rd. I'm Darlene Rodriguez.
I'm Michael Gorgiou. Adelle Caballero is watching the roads in New Jersey, and Storm Team 4's LaRosa here with a look at our forecast on this Wednesday. What's happening?
Yeah, everywhere a nice little October chill as we start the day off nice and dry. Skies are clear right over Midtown. We've got some patchy clouds too, but overall we're off to a good start. 50 at Central Park, but still 5, almost 15 degrees chillier than we were this time yesterday across much of the area. Really dry, that air, no humidity. We've got 50 at Central Park, down to 44 at Newark, 50 in Poughkeepsie. Islip, you're coming in at 48, Eastport at 47. But yes, dry on the radar. Still in that flow, though, that's going to keep us cool. So there may be a chilly breeze from time to time this afternoon, along with a few pop-up clouds. By 10 o'clock, 52 degrees. We're going to spend most of the day in the 50s. Be ready for that. 4 o'clock temperature, 58 degrees, on our way up to a high of 59, and should be pretty quiet as we head into the overnight. By 10 o'clock, still in the low 50s. All right, 6:01 right now. Adele, those slowdowns, where are they?
Yes, slowdowns actually not moving at all in some areas. They'll start things off here. Still watching this overturned car on Route 202 and 100. Southbound side remains shut down by Wurtsville Road out to about Route 31. Obviously an area you're going to want to avoid. Northbound side, we've been seeing delays building and also expect to see potential closures through there as well. Route 31 itself, though, is still looking good. 280 eastbound, exit 15 out to exit 17. 2 lanes are closed off here for some dayside construction. Stick to 78. Michael, back to you.
Adele, thank you very much. Now,
Marie LaRosa is looking at the weather Thursday morning.
Yeah, a little on the cool side for sure. Let's check some of the boroughs. From Brooklyn at 52, Staten Island 48 degrees. We're in the 40s in the Bronx as well. In Queens right now, as we look at LaGuardia, 53 degrees. As far as highs go, you can see staying in the upper 50s near 60 degrees. It is a chilly weekend. We'll take a look at some frosty low temperatures starting tonight, coming up in the 10-day forecast.
Thank you. And still ahead, a teenager on long.
And if you're making your way a little further east here, LIE heading westbound over by exit 43, we've got a crash taking out a lane. Coming up in a few minutes, we've got an update for you on that accident in New Jersey. Here's a live look outside right now, though, onto the inbound approach to the Lincoln Tunnel. Delays are starting to build. You're watching Today in New York.
the map where this is headed and how big it is, Maria.
Yeah, this is a tricky system in that it's slow moving and for now not feeling the influence of some guiding weather features. So if you think of tropical systems as sort of a dense fluid within a fluid, it is very much where it's steered is very much related to all the other atmospherics going on. So we have the cold fronts and the high pressures and other low pressures. So the intensity forecast is important because as it grows taller, it then becomes influenced by the upper air motion. All to say is that this is going to be one to watch over the next few days. You can see, yes, intensifying into hurricane strength within the next day or two, and perhaps a major hurricane as we get into the weekend and early next week. In fact, the current forecast has that as a Category 4 hurricane in the vicinity of Jamaica. Obviously, with the Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico on the outskirts of the center of the storm, we're still going to need to watch it for days and days of rain that could be flooding levels. We're talking maybe a foot or more of rain possible in the Dominican Republic. So that's what we're watching. For us, we've had the front come on through and like spokes on a wheel, we've got a couple disturbances that will be enough to touch off some clouds, maybe a spotty shower or two today and into tomorrow. I'll show you that in a second. Otherwise, high pressure is keeping us pretty quiet. That area of low pressure off to our south may be just close enough that we've got the clouds and maybe a few showers back as early as Tuesday, but midweek next week is still kind of the time frame that we're looking at. Speaking of, let's look at Newark. Right now, really quiet, 44 chilly degrees. It is really, really dry. And as you can see, the sidewalks are dry on the plaza. 58 degrees by 1 o'clock, heading up to about 59 today. It will be a bit breezy, and you can see the clouds popping up. Those showers, if they do materialize, will be well to the north of our area and through parts of the Hudson Valley. But again, just a heads up there. Southwest winds will be about 5 to 15. It's chilly overnight, down to 46 degrees. And then tomorrow, just near 60 in a northwest wind, about 5 to 10. So pretty much the same as we get into the weekend and early next week. High temperatures stay in the mid-50s, overnight lows in the 40s. There's that rain chance picking up just a bit here by the time we get to Wednesday, Thursday, and perhaps even into Friday. All right, 6:16 now. Adele, how are things looking out there?
A bit of a slow go right now in certain areas. If you are heading into Queens, Van Wyck Expressway southbound by exit 6 for Hillside Avenue, we've got a crash taking out a lane. We are seeing some taps on the brakes back to the Kew Gardens interchange. Northbound side, also a bit of a tight ride into the interchange as well. Further north, lingering construction on the New England Thruway southbound closes down 2 lanes. 18A heading down to 16, Route 1 or the Hutch would be your way around it. And heading into New Jersey, we are still watching construction here, closing down 2 lanes. 280 eastbound from exit 15 out to exit 17. 78 would be a better ride for you. And that full closure on 202 southbound over by Wurtsville Road, still jamming things up. Northbound side, expect to see 1 lane closed off. Darlene, Michael, back to you.
Adele, thank you. At 6:17, a competitive dance team from Brooklyn. They used an app to raise money, but then they couldn't access that money.
So they said, better get Baccaro. News 4 consumer reporter Linda Baccaro looks into the issue.
On 6:30 a.m. on this Thursday, October 23rd, I'm Michael Gargiulo.
I'm Darlene Rodriguez. Adele has some subway problems to tell us about. Storm Team 4's Marie LaRosa is here, though, with the forecast. Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, nice October chill in the air. It's dry as well. As you can see, fair skies over Midtown. So overall, a quiet weather day. Let's take a look at the big picture, though, just kind of show you why we're looking at a pretty quiet weather day. We're still in the influence of that area of low pressure on the dry side of it, but it's going to keep us breezy and maybe by the afternoon enough instability there to keep some more clouds around. But as you can see, again, radar in our area dry. 50 at Central Park right now, down to 49 in White Plains, Newark. You've dipped to 44, 48 in Islip. Toms River, Freehold, upper 30s near 40 degrees right now. So it does stay cool. Pretty much everyone staying in the 50s today. 59 by 2 o'clock with sun and clouds and should be clear and chilly again heading into tonight. All right, 6:30 now. Adele, what's going on out there?
Right now, we are keeping a close eye on our F trains. We have fire department activity at Bryant Park, so it will be running express from 49th and 50th Streets, Rockefeller Center out to West 4th Street. We'll, of course, keep you posted on that. You have the potential for some delays here with your Staten Island Railway both ways, so just bear that in mind. And if you are heading onto the roads out east here on the LIE westbound by exit 43, we do have a crash taking out the right lane. Bit of a tight ride through the area. Darlene, back to you.
Adele, thank you. Accident, right?
I don't think, well,
You know what I mean?
The memes.
Just kind of happened in there.
The internet wins again.
Yes.
On all of that. All right. Well,
School day.
School day as we get ready to start this morning. On the cool side, of course, clear skies at the bus stop and should be a nice afternoon recess, but temperatures staying in the 50s today. We'll take a look at how chilly it's going to be at the bus stop tomorrow morning and get Darlene a lozenge coming up in the 10-day forecast.
All right, still ahead. A final battle for the trailblazing
Cross Bronx Expressway heading westbound over by exit 5A. We've got a crash right by exit 5A, taking out a lane. Coming up in a few minutes, we've got a full closure to tell you about in Queens, but we are going to take a live look outside right now onto the Gowanus Expressway through Industry City. Darlene, Michael, we've got delays into the Brooklyn Bridge.
All right, Del, thank you so much. Remember, you can watch Today in New York at 7 a.m. because live local news continues wherever you stream News 4. Great send-off and a great legacy.
That's right.
All right, Maria, a beautiful view you have there over Lake Success.
Yes, I think this might be my favorite view of this morning so far. It's a gorgeous one of the sun coming up shortly, and that sky is brightening. This is looking into Nassau County of Lake Success and just again getting a hint of the pretty fall color, just about peak in a lot of places across our region. We're at 48 in Islip. The dew point's really low, so it's very, very dry. We're going to end up with a nice amount of sunshine, at least the first half of the day, and then a few more clouds. But as far as temps go, not warming up a ton. We have that west-southwest wind, 10 to 15 miles per hour, again adding a little bit of a chill. So we're going to hit 59 degrees and stay there for the high today, and then we'll be in the low 50s after the sun goes down. And for the most part, dry. I say for the most part because we're still looking at some spokes on the wheel, that area of low pressure swinging through, and as it does, enough instability that we've got the chance for a few light showers, especially through the Hudson Valley. A few may get into our area through the Hudson Valley into this afternoon and evening, and still enough of that around for tomorrow evening too. Again, not a big deal, but just a heads up if you're doing some traveling, maybe trying to take in some of that fall foliage before all the leaves come down in through upstate New York and New England. Now, as far as any big rainmaker, we don't really see that until next week. So that timeline still kind of holding here, where we may have to watch pretty closely just to the south of the city, where by Tuesday, those storm systems to our south may be just close enough. But if you are planning the weekend, know the temperature temperatures are going to be pretty much where they're going to be today, into the upper 50s near 60 degrees. Dry conditions, those overnight low temperatures, though, definitely feeling the chills will stay into the mid 40s, and that continues into next week. So today, 59 degrees, southwest winds about 5 to 15, a chilly start to the day tomorrow, down to 46, a few areas dipping into the 30s, 60 degrees for the high tomorrow afternoon at sunset at 6:02. By the way, by the time we get to Sunday, that sunset will be before 6 p.m. But we'll hang on to some of that sun through early week. Note those high temperatures still in the mid 50s, lows in the 40s. The next better chance that we see, hoping to get some rain in here, will be Wednesday, Thursday, perhaps even into Friday, but highs staying in the 50s. All right, 6:47 now. Adele, how are things looking?
Definitely hitting quite a few issues out there. It's going to take some time navigating around some of these. First up here in New Jersey, 202 southbound still shut down because of that crash from Wirtsville Road out to Route 31. Route 31 itself, though, still looking pretty good through the area. Heading a little further east here into Queens. I mentioned this earlier, Roosevelt Avenue. This is completely shut down because of a jackknife tractor trailer from 61st Street out to 62nd Street. Obviously, we will be keeping a close eye on that and keep you posted there. As of right now, Queens Boulevard still moving along just fine. If you needed an alternate, Cross Bronx Expressway westbound by 5A White Plains Road, one lane still closed off for that accident with delays back to the Bruckner interchange. Michael, back to you.
Adele, thank you so much.
Everyone, thank you for streaming with us. It's Thursday, October 23rd. I'm Darlene Rodriguez.
I'm Michael Gorgiulo. Adelle Caballero here tracking roads around Storm Team 4's Maria LaRosa here with a look at today. Is it a little hazy out there?
I think maybe the camera might need a little cleaning.
Okay.
I'll get right on
A
that.
Windex situation.
Maintenance, Studio 3B, please.
Please. There you go. There you go. A little clearer there as we see from Staten Island and the Expressway. You can obviously get those brightening skies and get the idea that that's pretty much where we're headed the next couple of hours. Now, the next couple of days, we're still in the influence of this big area of low pressure, just enough and that instability for the afternoon. We'll get some clouds to pop in again. But if you're stepping outside right now, it is chillier than we were this time yesterday. You want to be ready for that. But as far as the afternoon temperatures, yes, it is going to stay cool and will stay sunny through at least midday. By 11 a.m., 54 degrees up to 59, sun and clouds for the afternoon, and then clear and chilly once again heading into the overnight. All right, let's see what it's like out there on the roads and rails. Adele, good morning.
Good morning, Maria. Good morning to everyone streaming with us. If you are heading out to the rails right now, we have been watching some issues here with our F trains. They continue to run express 49th and 50th Streets out to West 4th Street. This is because of ongoing fire department activity. On top of that, your BDE and Staten Island Railway, you can expect to see delays. A look ahead for your commute. Expect to see potential slowdowns with your North Jersey coast and your main Bergen line. This is because of ongoing Amtrak track work. And if you are going to be heading out onto the roads 280 eastbound, you've got lingering construction by exit 15. Darlene, Michael, back to you.
Thank you very much, Adele. All right, let's check in now on the weather. Maria LaRosa, it's Thursday morning.
It is, and we're looking at a nice day ahead for October. Mid and upper 50s, though. That's it for Hackensack, New Rochelle, Mineola, Stamford, 59 degrees by later this afternoon. A few of us getting down into the 30s. Frost advisories up, Monmouth and Ocean County. So we'll take a look at how low we go elsewhere and how long those chilly temps last coming up in the 10-day.
Thank you. Still to come.
And fire department activity has cleared on the F line. Still expect to see delays, though, with your FBDE and Staten Island Railway. We're going to head outside right now to the George Washington Bridge. You've got a stalled tractor trailer on the upper level inbound side and a crash on the lower deck. Coming up in a few minutes, we're going to break down the delays. You're watching Today in New York.
All right, at home. You know what? Having a team win here is
I know,
a good thing.
we're trying to adjust
both,
to it.
right? We're trying to get a
We
little
love all
something.
that. Yeah, we love it for sure. And we love the sunrise, guys. It's so pretty out there. We've got the high clouds and that sun is coming up. A little bit of that fall color as we look from Jersey City. So starting off on the cool side, going to end up cool as well. 59 by 2 o'clock. That's our high for the day today. Slightly below average, but definitely that October chill. Adding to that, a little bit of a breeze that picks up this afternoon. Otherwise, again, fair skies. So we do have some frosty temps overnight tonight. Not so much from Patchogue, Amityville, Smithtown. You'll be in the mid 40s, down into the 30s from Middletown, Warwick, Sparta, Parsippany, down to 39 degrees, where we may be seeing some of those frosty temperatures for the first time this season. Interior Monmouth and Ocean counties, where we do have the frost advisories for tonight. So if you've had those plants outside, that you've been enjoying some of the milder weather, some of that sunshine, you may want to bring those in tonight. Lacey, Jackson down into the 30s. You can see see overnight lows in the 40s for the city, right about 46 degrees. As far as sky conditions, yeah, we're ending up with sunshine early on, but there's a little boundary right here. This is a spoke on a wheel, if you will, that area of low pressure pivoting this around here. That's enough to add some instability. That gets us a few more clouds later this afternoon and maybe a spotty shower or two, and that's the case even tomorrow. Otherwise, it's a big high pressure that's going to kind of block all of the wet weather for now. Where we see that maybe breaking down will be Tuesday and into Wednesday, but you can see for the most part, a lot of these systems are going to try and stay away from the area. So what our rain chances might look like today is you could see a spotty chance or two, especially north and west. So Sussex, Poughkeepsie, that may include you today and into tomorrow, but few and far between. We've got our eyes on the tropics too. Want to show you Tropical Storm Melissa as of the 5 a.m. advisory, still a tropical storm. This system is going to continue to slowly move to the north and west, but forecasts continue to show it becoming our next major hurricane. For now, really impacting Jamaica, but we're going to keep an eye on Haiti and Dominican Republic, even Puerto Rico on the outward bands of this system, and that influence could be picking up quite a bit of rain over the next several days. 59 degrees today. We'll see chilly temperatures tomorrow morning. Dry through Tuesday. That next chance for a few showers. The middle of next week, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, though, still in the 50s with lows in the 40s. All right, it's an update on the weather. Let's get to traffic now. Adele, good morning.
Good morning, Maria. Good morning to everyone streaming with us. Look ahead for your commute here in New Jersey. Truck Route 1 and 9 both ways by the Hackensack River Bridge. You've got 2 lanes closed off. That'll be running until about 8:30 a.m. So definitely an area that's going to jam up very quickly. In fact, if you're heading out right now, you're going to be hitting some pretty heavy delays. George Washington Bridge, you've got an accident and a stalled tractor trailer inbound. Upper level, that stalled tractor trailer takes out a lane. Lower deck, also expect to see that crash blocking off a lane. Alternate side is in effect for today. Darlene, Michael, back to you.
Adele, thanks so much.